Welcome back to the channel. Happy to see you. Happy to hear you. Da, 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 da. Oh, sorry. I was more attacking that guy. Oh, power struggles. So I just got done at my final conversation with multi-millionaire. Get off my screen, dude. In his sailboat. And he can eat it. And the reason why I can eat it is because he believes in fucking Jesus. But he won't do anything here on earth. And it's funny because I walk towards my death just like Jesus. So I think I believe in Jesus more than you because I kind of done more than you here in physical reality. Proven it. Again, attacking that guy next to me. A lot better now. Yeah, you know what? In a fucking way, I believe I'm Jesus. And I hope you hate me. And I hope you put me on a fucking cross again. And that sounds fucking perfect. Sounds exactly like what happened last time. And based on all the Jesus fucking shit I get, yeah, I bet I am fucking Jesus. Confirmation. Thank you, double confirmation. I'm fucking Jesus Christ. You know what happened when my mom, the last time I told her this is the day, look, you hear all this? I told her this is the last day we're going to talk about this. I told her calmly, but she starts screaming again. I don't know why. I'm going to call Grandma up. Look at me. He's Dyer, shut up. You're making your mom upset. And I'm just like, well, I can't help you. Did you just call my grandpa a devil? I said, yeah. I mean, he's helping you out, but he's sitting here kicking me out and disowning me. It got worse and worse and worse. But I remember. The fucking cops came, and one of the cops called me Christopher. And it was the only cop who noticed that this was bullshit. That she basically filed a false police report to send me to a rehab. They didn't even give a fuck if my dog made it or not. Like, she didn't even think about anything outside of herself. She didn't give a fuck about anything. And the other cops, one of them was like, you should feel bad. And I got up and was like, eat dick, and got a water. I mean, I just calmly got up and got a water. I was calm the whole time. I'm intense now, but I was calm the whole time. The only time I wasn't calm was when the sociopath was trying to use your games with me, and I said, look, I can do it too! I can do it too! I learned from the best, it was you! My little dog. So yeah, I'm fucking Jesus. Because dude, I'm sitting here at Denny's, and this drunk guy comes up to me and goes, wow, you're so beautiful. But when he walked up, the first thing I felt, my dog barks, I'm up, I'm awake, like I'm feeling attacked. But he's like, hi. And you know how this multi-millionaire makes his money? He owns he's famous, I can tell you his name, I'm not going to call him out. You know him if I tell his name. If you Googled him, his name pops up Google results. He's made books, and he's done a lot of things. Everybody can be Jesus. Everybody's an ascended master. Everybody's God. Be careful how you create your reality. You should shape and model yourself after people that have what you want. 3, 3, 3, Jesus. Jesus has what you want. You should be like Jesus. But this guy believes in Jesus, makes millions of dollars from drunk people at his fucking bar, lives on a sailboat, can't handle. He was sitting there, I gave him 10, 20 minutes to sit there and say, you're possessed by Lucifer, and you need to come to our side and believe in something outside of yourself. You're right fucking there. And you know what he did? When he made money, his own family tried to sue him to take all his money. He's giving away his money to others. So he fucking gives his money to them. He doesn't keep his money. He likes to spend all his money all the time. He's actually broke. He's a broke millionaire. This makes no sense, I know. He gives all his money to his family. They live in nice-ass houses. These are the same fucking people that turned on him and try to sue him. And the reason why is because you could tell that money's bad money. If I went out and sold $1 million worth of meth and then got $1 million and then donated it to starving children, I didn't do anything. You get that? You didn't do anything. What you did was you caused damage and nothing happened. You think so, but you reap what you sow. It didn't help. And the people that get that food, it ain't going to work out the way you think it is. The food packages aren't going to land. And when they do, people are going to kill themselves to get to it. It ain't going to work the way you think it is. So I'm going to say I'm Jesus because you should too. Whether you are or not, I don't give a fuck. That's why I can say it, because I don't care if I am or not. All I know is what I've done, and I've done things for others. I literally went back to this dude and had a conversation because he left me that way, and I walked back and he's like, you're a shapeshifter. It's like, I know I'm a shapeshifter. Fucking, there's a quote from Jesus. He said, I'm the morning star. This dude wants me to walk around, because when we're around each other, people do walk up. We're very powerful. Me and this other guy I just talked about, the millionaire, we're very powerful. So, of course, cars, like that one, are moving around, and people come up, and they're getting intervening. And look how they're stopping. All these witches are walking up. And it's like, yeah, there's darkness in all people. But I was taught to see the gold in people. And you believe in Jesus, but you think people aren't real. The last time somebody told me that was a dude in the hood who wanted me to kill people with a gun. So you want me to believe people aren't real? That's fine. If you believe that, you create that into your reality. And then people come into your reality and they're just, all the fucking time. Or you can be a nice person, help others, be kind, rewind, do it over and over again until it becomes an unconsciously competent habit, unaware of your ability. And then the ethers that you swim through every day, called reality, butterflies, leaves, people, happy, singing, laughing. But I'm around this guy, they're all walking up dead. That's because his ass doesn't want to give up his ticket to heaven. That always gets me about churchgoers. You got your ticket to heaven right here, but you won't give it up for another person or many. You ain't going to heaven. You ain't going to heaven. You ain't going to heaven because you don't give a fuck about others. Therefore, the universe doesn't give a fuck about you. You understand that? If you don't care about anyone but yourself, you're going to get that right back. That's how all the universe is going to see to you. It's going to echo back to you that nothing gives a fuck about you. Believe me. I shaped and modeled myself after those people at birth. And then I met somebody who was like Jesus in his own way. He went to prison he was a multi-billionaire. He gave it all up and went to prison for 10 years to help people like me. So this guy believes that it's all good. The victory's already won. Yes, that is a very powerful way to think about reality. If you believe you already succeeded, it is so. But you also believe that everybody's hollow. Literally, I went back and had this conversation with this dude. The instant we separated, I could have attacked him at this level, but I didn't. I just told him, I think you make your fucking money through sleazy ways, and then you spend your money on people that are sleazy themselves because you can't hold on to it because you're fake as fuck. And you realize if you hold on to it, you're going to feel like shit. So you keep moving around, being a wanderer, going left to right, and I made it all the way to fucking the Florida Keys just to meet you here, but you won't give me a few dollars to make it out of here to go to New York to meet somebody I really want to meet. There's a person I really want to meet. Her name's fucking Maji, and I want to meet Maji. And if it don't work out, that's fine. You know why I say that? Because I was sitting at a Denny's, and this guy walks up to me. I'm sitting there asleep. You walk up to me, make me wake up in fear. So beautiful. You take me to dinner, whatever, late night dinner, breakfast, it's Denny's. You know how crazy it is? Let's say if you should listen to people have what you want, right? So he came up to me. That's like me going to meet a girl and I want to ask her out on a date. Like maybe Maji. Let's say I go up, because I don't give a fuck. But let's say I go up there and I meet her. And I go say, hey, let's go on a date. I'm not going to start molding her into what I want. You're my girl. No, that's not how it works. This dude did that to me. He wanted me to come. He's like, I'm your twin flame. You're not my fucking twin flame. You came up to me. The reason why dark people come up to you, dude, is because they need healing. You can, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, Henry Ford, one of the richest people on earth, not the best guy, he didn't believe in giving this information to people like you, by the way. But with that said, he still got some results. One of which, either way, you're right. And later, the evidence will validate it. So if you believe everybody's dark and they're as evil as you're going to keep getting that back. And you're going to get more of it. And you are what you think about most of the time. Fucking Earl Nightingale. You get or become what you think about most of the time. So guess what you're going to become as a person if you think everybody around you is hollow as fuck and dead inside. Guess what you're going to become? Can you get it? You guess? Can you get it? You got it? Good. That's what's going to happen. So for me, I like to, now I have to work out this energy. I literally talked to this dude, and once I balanced I was like, this is what I think about you. I didn't over-attack him. And the reason why I didn't is because he was going to flee anyway, which means he wasn't going to listen, low teachability index. You came up to me. That means I have something you want. Ain't that interesting? Don't you go to the store to get food? That means the store has something you want. You go to school to learn, they have something you want. You want to become a professional boxer? You go to a boxing ring and you learn from somebody. You don't go to a boxing ring. You don't go meet Bruce Lee and then tell him how to fight. Do you understand that? You know why nobody challenges me in conversation? In arguments? Like this guy. He wanted to sit there and calmly talk to me. Put rats in my head. But the reason why nobody will actually challenge me in a debate is because I'm going to win. Because I don't care what dark 11-1, fuck, I don't care what dark forces stop me. The fact that there is things stopping me is a good indicator I'm on point. The fact that you're rich and you decided that money didn't make you happy, so you got rid of it all, you still haven't figured it out. Money is not good or bad. You can do great things with money. But if you ain't aligned internally right, you can't. Whatever you put out comes back. It has nothing to do with the physical form. You know, it's funny because there was a moment before when I was out in Missouri. I lived on Strax Church. And I was driving down the road and there was a dead cat in the road. And so I got out my car and I walked up and I moved the dead cat into the grass because I'm respectful like that to things that are dead. I respect the dead. I have respect for dead things. And later that day, that was the daytime, I was going this way. At night, under a full moon, the other direction, a deer got hit on the other side of the street. It was perfectly parallel. Strax, by the way, the definition of strax means to hit with a sudden blow. Interesting. And so when I got up there was a dude in a truck, and he hit this buck, and the buck was in the grass, in the ditch. And I walked over and I pet the deer and told him he's going to be all right. Because I know that I'm meant to be here to be a good portal for this thing to move on. That's why I'm here. And I remember the dude was on his phone talking about his dad about the damage to his fucking truck. He asked me if I had a knife to kill this deer. And then a car pulls up. And the car is a girl. A girl gets out the car. She owns the property where I moved the dead cat. And I remember she told me to go over there and grab some plastic that fell off the car from the hit and cut that deer's throat out. And I remember when she said it, it was like, cut that deer's throat out. That's how I heard it. And I don't judge her because she don't know. I can look at the darkness in people and judge them all day. I was at that level too. I'm vibrating higher. So she doesn't know that she just said a low vibrational thing. Her decision is a low vibrational decision. That's why I can hear it in a low vibrational frequency through my ears. God gave me 2 ears and 1 mouth. I listened to him proportionately to the point where I unconsciously, competently became unaware of my ability to fucking hear. Who do you listen to? I got that down to the point where when somebody says, let's cut this deer's throat, and I hear it like this, I'm not that judgmental. I don't try to shoot that person. I just don't do that. And then the deer died within 20 seconds. So what would have happened if I listened to that person was I would have started ripping up a deer's throat with a jagged-ass piece of plastic that wouldn't have done the job anyway and would have just tortured this deer until it died. And then I meet a guy who got his throat cut here in the Keys. And the dude... After that deer died, by the way, I watched them pick up the deer's head, move it around. They kicked it and was like, man, that would have made some good meat. And I still don't judge you fucks. I'll just watch you kick this deer, twirl its head around like it's a dead carcass with no respect. And I still don't judge you guys. Because I still love you guys. And I meet this guy who's like, fuck these people. They're not even real. Well, that's what you're going to get. And the good news is a positive thought is 10,000 times stronger than your negative thought. I walked to my death for somebody who is this close to being Satan. Satan was in the backseat in somebody already. And that person ended up giving me a ride in the end anyway. So it's really interesting because I don't support satanic ass shit. It's not what I'm saying. But if I don't support, but I tell you I'm Jesus, what answers can I give? You want to believe in Jesus outside of yourself while you sit there with millions and you don't help anybody, but you get money through people getting fucked up at the Tipsy Crow in San Diego, and you got cars and objects scattered all across America because you got all this stuff, and you give all your money to evil-ass people. That's the same as me cutting that deer's throat. I even told the dude, you know what's interesting? How do you know that if I cut that deer's throat during timeline shifts, you would be dead? Because if you really knew what I knew at the level I'm at, you would realize that if I cut that deer's throat, you'd probably be dead. You just don't get that. Or I wouldn't meet you in this reality. Reality is not what you think. You shift above, level up, people change. It's not what you think at all. But with that said, you know what an earth angel is? Earth is the most demonic out of the 4 elements in astrology. They'll teach you that over and over and over again. It doesn't mean it's a dark thing. It's just the most dense. It's the lowest vibration. So being an earth angel pretty much is saying demon angel. It's literally like the translation. But I was told there isn't things that are good or bad. There's just preferences. So when Satan walks up to you, maybe this is just something you don't want. Can you just keep it simple? I don't really feel like cutting a deer's throat today. Why? Because I don't feel like it. I don't feel good thinking that. And then the deer dies in 20 seconds, so the evidence validates the fact that I was right. Now, if I wanted to believe I could do that, I could do that. I could go cut that deer's throat. People kill deer all the time to eat them, and I'm not judging them because I eat meat. And I didn't even kill those animals to eat it. I didn't even deserve to eat that meat because I didn't really kill that animal myself. I thought about that a lot. I used to be vegetarian because of that same concept. That if you can't even kill the fucking thing, why are you eating it? I just want to get this out because, it's just, I go through this dude. I just had the opportunity to be a millionaire. Could have fucked this dude. That wouldn't bother me at all. I really don't care. Point is, it's not who I want. And I didn't want to trade no matter how smooth of a talker you are. And the reason why I know I'm right is because, like I said, a positive thought, truth itself, love, the sword of truth, it beats everybody. I let him talk for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, didn't interrupt him. I started talking like this for about 30 seconds. He said, nope, fuck off. You're a shapeshifter. You're Satan. I gave you a chance. Don't know why I didn't. You came up to me. You're in a desert. And you stumble upon a village. And you call to the village. And you ask for water. You came to them. You understand that? You don't go up to that village and start demanding shit. Nobody owes you that fucking water. Do you understand that? Nobody owes you that. Be humble. I'm humble enough to not have your money. And I came all the way to the Keys to meet the person I saved. Because after that deer situation, the next day I was door dashing, I went to a Phillips 66 gas station, I met a guy named Michael, Aaron Michael, I'm not gonna say his whole name. But interesting how Michael pops up in my life. I've met Michael after Michael after Michael. I've even had a dude named Michael bleed on a cross that I got from the top of a church. He hit his head and bled on it, trying to offer me meth, and I didn't take it. It's really interesting how Michael and Jesus keep popping into my life. And interesting what kind of people they are. If Jesus is an ascended master, there's been a lot of them. You could be one too. Model yourself after them. That means do what they would do. Because Jesus gave a fuck about others. There's evidence of that. But the very people that follow him don't care about anybody but themselves. You're a sociopath. And I still love you. Am I going to let you destroy the world? No, you silly rabbit. But the point is, I met Aaron at the gas station, and when I gave him a ride home, he lived on Strax Church 100 feet from that dead deer. And he told me that he found that dead deer and went and took its antlers off and made rattlers out of them. And he was a Scorpio, and I'm a Taurus. And I was a Scorpio in my last life, so I understand. And that's why I'm so good at not judging. I've been in the deepest, darkest places here. Deepest, darkest places. Stellium and Scorpio. Aries fucking mood. All the war signs and all the love signs. And made up of literally equally cut all the war signs, all the love signs. So there is a love with war. Because if you give a fuck, you'll battle. This person turned a dead deer that was rotting in a fucking on the field and made rattlers out of them and made something useful. Just like people kill animals and eat the meat to keep you alive. So you live in a world where you're not going to pick the side of Jesus and be in the holy light and be innocent. You're not fucking innocent. You understand that? How teachable are you? You're never there. You're always getting there. You don't got it. You're always getting it. Get it? In a video game like Diablo, you don't ever reach max level. You just keep leveling up. Be useful. You level yourself up so that way when you get into a party with other people, like in that game, and you go out and you kill a couple things, the other people go, 1 kill, max level, 10,000. So they don't have to struggle all day doing what that guy did, which is sitting there working hard as fuck to level up. And when you do level up, go out and help other people to level up. Don't make everybody work as hard as you did. People are going to have to work to get what they want. That's the truth. They make their own decisions, and you can't force that on anybody. So don't walk up to me being rich, and I'm in a disposition financially, and think I'm beautiful and love me, but won't help me unless I go with you. You want me for yourself. You're a greedy fuck. You have all this power, but you don't help anybody. Do you understand? And I drove that orphan here in Florida, who I met because of that dead deer. I saw him alive. He saw him dead. I got to see it when he went by. He got to use the resources when he was gone. I dropped him off here. Then I met this dude who got his throat ripped out by a white guy who invaded his house for his money. And he said, I'm not giving it up. And he got his throat cut. My mom has the same story. She went in an alleyway to get her purse back from a robber. Same story. And she had a knife come in. The guy tried to rape her, but she got her wallets and stuff back. And, and I'm not saying that's wrong. Good, you fought for something. But you know what I did when I went to my death? I went and tried to save another human being. So, am I Jesus? Maybe. Does it matter? Yeah, it kind of does. Because what are you doing? Because you are modeling yourself after people. There's nothing original about you. Everything is. And you take and leave what you want. You have that freedom of choice. Is this good or is this bad? Well, how do you feel? This guy doesn't feel good. He has money. He has things I physically want, but he doesn't feel good. First and foremost, above everything else, you should feel good. Otherwise, it's all pointless. You understand? It's pointless. Useless. I've met crackheads in the hood, and they're just the same as some of these people in this city, in Key West. There's no difference. There's no difference. You buying a yacht, burning gas, swimming in the water, not feeling good anyway. You're not putting out good vibes. You're not changing anything. Meanwhile, there's people starving. You know how hard it is to feel good when you're malnourished? It's impossible. It's pretty much impossible. It's pretty much impossible. It's really hard. And yet you guys have everything. I already know I'm going to donate. And the people I donate to aren't going to be my fucking family. We don't give a shit. Because you got something to be appreciative of. You have things to be grateful for. I am very grateful. I love being intense. That's why I'm here. Smack you fuckers awake. Wake the fuck up. at first, go out and be happy. You need to be, if you're not right, you can't help others. I'm good at helping others. I don't have financially what I want. That's great. You know why? Because when you really understand reality, I walk down the street, people love their lives. I help people. I've helped so many. Keep talking about it. It literally is like that. And the evidence for what I'm saying is everywhere. But you're so narrow-minded. That's fine. I just said I don't judge you. Because 25. I don't judge you. You know why? Because somebody that was above me and rained down gold for everybody else. They helped everybody else level up. They sacrificed themselves. They didn't have to sacrifice themselves. They could have just stayed on the top of the pyramid. You held them up. They didn't do that. They helped out so many people. And what a fucking warrior. You know what Jesus is? He's a fucking warrior. You know why Michael's the strongest angel? Because he's a fucking warrior. And I don't let any of this shit get to my head. But maybe you should. Because you're letting things get to you anyway. You are listening to people. And you're listening to people that don't have what you want. You're doing it anyway. Everything I'm talking about and that I know, you can't escape it. You're doing it anyway. Whether you think you can or can't, either way, you're right. Law of attraction is happening anyway. Whatever you put out is coming back anyway. So you want to put death spells on people? Believe me, I'm a vengeful fucker. I want to attack my enemies too. I do. I have my moments. The difference is, I never think I'm there and I'm Jesus. I don't ever think, because that's what these people think Jesus is. They think it's somebody who's made it. And therefore, they're unteachable. There's no reason to work on yourself anymore because we made it. Woo, party! And in the eye, celebrating. Meanwhile, fucking rape and murder. You are fucking insane. You're always, if you ain't growing, you're dying. You never stay where you're at. Life is a constant vibration. It's always moving. So what are you doing? Are you growing or are you dying? It's your choice. You never make it. Once the most powerful people on the planet, they know that they don't know. They know a lot. But what they really know is you don't know what you don't know. When you get there, you'll see fear further. And to know and not to do is not to know. So you're right there and you ain't doing anything. Because you think you made it. You think your shit smells great and you're fine. And you should feel good. Don't let people knock you down. But maybe listen. Because they'll teach you something that you don't know. I sat here and listened to him for 10 minutes. I couldn't even talk to him for 30 seconds without him getting crumpled. Do you know why? Because if this person walks up and this person walks up and one talks and one debates and the other one can't handle it and they have to run away, it's because this one won. And if this one pulls a gun out and points it at this guy and he still keeps fucking doing it, it's really interesting. Because this guy won't be able to pull the fucking trigger. But you don't know that because you believe people die. You know, you do see people get hit by trucks and things. And Jesus came back to tell you that death ain't real. You know what I think happened? To be honest with you, I think I walked towards my death on a mountain and I died. And then I came back and everybody was different. Reality shifted. My mom, who's my mom, isn't my mom. And my brother, who's my brother, isn't my brother. But I love him anyway. Because you're all one. This guy has a lot of valid points. Because I listened. But for him to think he's still not teachable, dude, I traveled just as far as you did. You're like 51 years old. I'm 24. I already got where you're at. Ain't that interesting? You think I'm going to be where you're at 51? I'm going to be farther. Because you know why? Because I never reached my destination. You're always getting it. How to end this? I'm going to end this now. I'm not trying to be too intense. I love you guys. Throw some bios. Yeah, you did hear me say the craziest shit ever. That's great. I don't care. That's the point. And I hope people do attack me because I don't really care about the title of Jesus. I just know that you guys believe in that title and you believe everybody I've met who believes in Jesus are the most demonic fucks. Stop believing in things outside of yourself. You're right there. Some of you people believe in these people, but you're still doing the right thing. You're helping others out, and I don't mind that. I don't care. But a real person's religion is their behavior. What are you doing here on earth? You want to bring heaven on earth? That's the word do is an earth word. Boom. What are you doing? Bring heaven on earth. Don't worry about your ticket to heaven. You're here. You made it. Help others out. And if you haven't made it, feel better now. Follow your feelings. Go do things. Go achieve some more goals. Who do you listen to? People that have what you want. Because that makes you feel good. You know who has what you want? People that feel good. If somebody doesn't feel good, don't listen to them. Because you'll get what they have, which is shitty feelings. They're a professional boxer? Great. But you don't lower your vibe to their vibe. You keep learning. And if they keep hating on you because you won't lower your vibe, you're here to learn how to box, motherfucker. Why are you laughing? Don't learn from them. There's another person out there. I just met a millionaire. I want $1 million, but you ain't happy. I don't want your money. How'd you make your money? Right. Where do you spend it? Right. I don't want what you got. That's the fact. Ending 13113. Keep fucking rocking it. I'm not giving up on my fucking mission. There is a person out there for me. I'm gonna make it. And that isn't defined by financial success. I mean, I'm gonna help other fuckers level up. Because once you're at where I'm at, dude, if this dude actually if he was teachable and realized that I could actually give him happiness, bliss, at the current power level he's at, he could flip it all around quick. He could be the most I could have just changed a person for the best, but he wouldn't. And he came up to me for healing. Right. Anyway, I love you guys. Keep fucking rocking it. That means do it. That's what I mean when I say that. Keep rocking it. That means, moving it. If you ain't growing, you're dying. Fucking, move it. Do it. Go out and do something. Make a goal this is your belief level. Outside this one you can't believe in. Down here, I believe I have enough money to go eat, go see my friend, ask out that girl. Maybe not there, but I could go on a dating site. Go on the dating site. You might not be able to ask out that girl, but go to the dating site. Because it's right there where you believe it, but not enough. But it's right there. So go and do that and see what happens. And if you can get the balls to go out and ask that girl, go up to her. And when it doesn't play out the way you think it should, that's great. You still leveled up. And you'll have more faith and power to do the next thing. Nobody's going to help you. No savior is coming. That's what I loved about hearing this guy. No savior is coming. You're going to save yourself, and you're going to help other people. Because you're a good person. And I believe that. But don't expect a savior to come and help your ass. Because only you can decide to listen and do something. You control that. So you go do that. I love you guys. Keep fucking rocking.